the new Antigravity and Gemini 3.5 Flash, we asked our agent to take on what we consider to be a highly complex and impressive task: build a working operating system from scratch. We were surprised by what we found. Asynchronously, Antigravity broke down the challenge into a cohesive plan, tackled tasks via parallel subagents, generated, executed, and iterated over its very own tests. Over 12 hours, 93 subagents working in parallel made over 15,000 model requests and processed 2.6 billion tokens to take an initially empty project to the core of a functioning operating system. This was not possible. This was not possible on Gemini 3.1 Pro. But thanks to the performance and cost efficiency of Gemini 3.5 Flash, building an entirely functional operating system consumed less than $1,000 of API credits. The Antigravity agents wrote every line of code, from the scheduler to the memory management to the file system, generated, audited, and tested entirely by an autonomous team of agents. To put this in context, developing an OS from scratch is both notoriously brutal and can take many months to build. We weren't just building an application, but a fully functioning operating system that applications can run on. Let's take this live and actually show this operating system in action. So here, I'm actually in a terminal window in the OS that Antigravity built. Now, it's not super easy to demo a working operating system. So let's try something fun to see if it works. One interesting utility that you can install is SL, a common typo for LS. Without spoiling it, here it goes. It works. You could see a cool locomotive passing through the screen with the Antigravity logo on it. But clearly, this isn't a real OS, unless I can play Doom. Now, if I try running Doom right now, it just doesn't work. Turns out that the OS is currently missing some necessary video and keyboard drivers. So let's just try and fix it in the new Antigravity. I have a prompt prepared. I'm going to paste it in. While it's running, let's take a tour of Antigravity 2.0. As you can see, Antigravity 2.0 is very much agent-first, with all of your conversations on the left side panel and all of your projects. Let's take a peek at one of the conversations that I previously had. I was curious for this demo about some fun facts about Doom, so I asked the agent to do some research. It generated some plots on the right side panel, and then finally, it also generated a cool artifact for me. It even generated an infographic using Nanobanana Pro. It generated some graphs using the code it just wrote. And then afterwards, it generated some cool tables. As you can see, Antigravity 2.0 is unabashedly agent-first and has been optimized to be the best surface for you to interact with agents. Let's take a look at the previous conversation to see how it's going. Antigravity ended up doing a whole host of research, ended up writing over 100 lines of code, and then finally built the operating system. Let's take a peek and see if it works. Moment of truth. Amazing. That never gets old. While playing Doom on an operating system that Antigravity built is both fun and impressive, it hasn't stopped there. We've tasked these agents to build a photo editing suite, a real-time messaging app, and a multi-user collaboration platform, all with the same results. Multi-day engineering efforts are collapsing into hours, if not minutes. This was made possible by the new sub-agent teamwork capability, and we're excited to bring this to you as an early research preview in Antigravity.